Good evening, folks, and welcome to Live from the Underground here on Pleasant Street in Randolph, Vermont, the home of the Underground Studios, where Vincent Freeman, the owner, is creating great art on a daily. And we are resuming our Live from the Underground series tonight here on May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. May the 4th be with you was yesterday, and today is the 5th. And we are very honored tonight to have a great acoustic troubadour who is all over central Vermont all the time and bringing you some original music tonight and some covers. Sammy Blanchette, also known as Sammy B.
How you doing, guys? What's going on? It's good to see you.
Absolutely. Kick us right off. I believe you're going to be playing some from your original EPs produced right here in the Underground, and I'll let you take it right
here,
off.
Yes, On Your Own. This is a tune called No Need for This. It's about turning off your social media and television every once in a while and just getting out into the abyss every once in a while. So hope everybody's having a great night out there. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Every morning, you wake up and hear the sounds, loud and angry voices, our words spin around. There's no resolution, just ego and greed. Just can't figure out what it is they need. Part of the problem lies way deep inside. When you don't enjoy the moment, certainly not the right. So what can I tell you? What do you wish to see? Just do your best to try. Let life be. But well, there's no need for this madness, and there's no need for this pain. And I know there is something that you surely do miss. Just remember that there's no need for this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the day closes and the evening just begins, you're looking for a breeze on the smiling grin. One thing I can tell you in life, you see, the simple things will always make you happy and free. Because there's no need for this madness, there's no need for this pain. And I know there is something that you surely do miss. Just remember that there's no need for this. When there's no need for this madness, and there's no need for this pain. And I know there is something that you surely do miss. Just remember that there's no need for this. A little different than the record, but that's the idea, you know?
Yeah, right on.
Cool.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So talk about that one a little bit, Sammy. Where did that come from?
Well, like I mentioned, it was it was part of my collection of songs that I wrote over the pandemic 2 years ago, simply about how, regardless of what was going on at the time or just in general what you see on social media or television, to just separate yourself from it every once in a while and just kind of dissect and just go back to, it seems like so long ago what we knew what life was like before technology, before when everybody just made like simply a phone call, or like you always had to like go somewhere with a handwritten note to be able to get a message across. And now it's like always instant gratification, and everybody's kind of like always overstimulated. So it feels like it's all been happening too fast, too quickly, but only like in the last like 10, 15 years, it's crazy. So that's really the message behind it. So that's
hence the madness. Well, yeah, and you start the song in the morning and then end at night, and of course I think of what's the first thing you do in the morning these days, and what's the last thing you do at night.
It's usually check the internet. Yeah, it's check all of it. Yeah.
It's usually this thing, and I've been thank you for that, because I've been trying to get myself away from that as well.
The funny thing is also too is think about how great graphic design and marketing is with websites nowadays. But people most of the time forget to go to a website first thing in the morning for any information. They just go right to Facebook and Instagram. Like that's just the way that the world and TikTok. Yeah, the 15 seconds of attention span. That's where most of us are. I'm like that as well too. You know, I'm not going to sound hypocritical. That's where I am also as well too. But
well, and we'll get to the marketing of your own stuff later, because you do a great job. You've got. Well, I'll throw is it sammybmusic.com?
Yeah, it's it's sammybmusic.com, my website. My Facebook, my musician Facebook is Sammy B Live Music. My musician name is Sammy B. So I got a couple different things that I go by, but the website is sammybmusic.com. Yes, for all information.
Right on.
Yeah.
And that song came from one of the EPs you produced here at the Underground last year, On Your Own, and I'm going to let you take off with the next two.
Sounds good. The song is called Keep It Simple. Also, it's track 2 on Your Own, so it goes a little something like this. Gotta be a way to get out of this place. Simplicity in love is just not the case. Seems like a challenge for people to see. Let each other live in peace and harmony. Yeah. All right now, yeah. Take it from me, I'll search for a way. Keep my life very simple and go about my day. Doesn't take much to not be a bore. Tell your same story again once more. I'll have some things you cannot change, but the little things in life you can rearrange. Cause the last thing you want is to be stuck in the middle. But you don't have to worry. You can just keep it simple, yeah. Said you take it from me, I'll search for a way. Keep my life very simple, and go about my day. Doesn't take much to not be a bore. Tell you same story again once more. We all have some things cannot change, but the little things in life you can rearrange. Cause the last thing you want is to be stuck in the middle, but you don't have to worry if you just keep it simple, yeah. Ooh, yeah. We cannot change, but the little things in life you can rearrange. Cause the last thing you want is to be stuck in the middle, but you don't have to worry, keep it simple. Some things cannot change, but the little things in life you can rearrange. Cause the last thing you want is to be stuck in the middle, but you don't have to worry if you just keep it simple, yeah. You keep it simple, yeah. Keep it simple, yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it simple. Thank you so much. I think that's Vincent Freeman's favorite song that he's recorded, probably, out of the 7 so far here at the studio. Not a bad problem to have, right? Hey, everybody on social media networks, how you all feeling out there? Hope you're all doing good. Give a shout out to the underground Vincent and Jamie and everybody, and you guys for being here, the small audience in here. So yes, once again, my name is Sammy Blanchette, aka Sammy B. Originally from Fairfield County, Connecticut for almost 30 years before moving up to the middle of nowhere in beautiful Vermont, the Green Mountain State. 32 years old, been doing this professionally about 18 years, and didn't really start getting into writing my own music until just about like 4 or 5 years ago. So I like it a lot, and as you can tell, I like making stuff up as we go, which is the noodling and the improvisation and everything. But that's how music is supposed to be, you know. It's supposed to be about feel. So this next one is, don't mind me reading. I read on my shows all the time as well too. So this is track 3 of On Your Own, a song called Half of My Existence. I normally play this in a different key, but I'm gonna stay true to the recording and everything here. A song called Half of My Existence. This is about, well, first of all, the last one, before we chat, keep it simple. Simply about just simplifying life when you can say less, and less is more. Don't overcomplicate life. This one, Half of My Existence, is basically about doing the best you can, day to day. We all can only do so much at the same time, so just do the best you can. It's called Half of My Existence. Moment passes you by, good vibes make you feel high. Half of my existence, simply trying to feel fine. Slowly look at you, see things come up naturally. Half of my existence, simply trying to be me. 'Cause you think you have no choice. You can lend them your voice. Alright, yeah. No one should ever feel wrong singing a jolly old song. Half of my existence, simply trying to be strong. have no choice. 'Cause you lend them your voice. Oh yeah, yeah. So they loved you sing, things come up naturally. Half of my existence simply trying to be me. Half of my existence simply trying to be me. Yeah. Oh, half of my existence simply trying to be me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Those are the 3 songs from On Your Own, which you can find on Spotify and other online streaming services. So, what do you think? You like them?
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We got a.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got a. Right on. Yeah, we got a partial standing ovation already. You're only not even halfway through yet.
Wow.
This is good. This is a good sign.
Gotta keep enough energy for the rest of the show, right?
Right on. Right on. Well, we, this is a brand new format for us here at the Underground, where we are really interspersing the interview here in between songs and kind of trying to address. Thank you. It's. Hopefully, we're thinking it's going to be a little bit more meaningful for the audience and for the artists, and kind of a better way to understand and appreciate the music and all that it means. And we got people up here playing their hearts out, and we have for the last going on 3 years now. Big thanks to Vincent Freeman, of course, for launching this thing, and to everybody here at the Underground. So you, so much to say right now. Half of your existence just trying to get by, and then you introduced that saying also you have been doing this for more than half of your life. You're 32 now, and you've been doing it 18 years.
About that. Yeah. 32. I've been semi-taking this seriously for about 14, 15 years now, so almost about half of my existence. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
And how did it all start for you?
Well, so I think before I got my first actual electric guitar at age 10, my parents bought me a orange plastic guitar when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and my biggest influence still to these days is the late, great Stevie Ray Vaughan, who died in a tragic helicopter accident when I was only 1 year old in August of 1990. But somehow at age 3, which would have been 92 or 93, my parents were already showing me in holy throwback VCR tapes. 1983, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble live at El Macambo. I was watching that specific live show before they added Reese Winan on keyboards in '84 for the Couldn't Stand the Weather album, and the album, I forget it, I think it was Soul to Soul after that. Anyways, but I remember like as a kid just being in my pajamas, had like a little kid's like cowboy hat, kind of like pretending to be like Stevie Ray Vaughan at like age 3, just always watching like on the old school TVs with the VCR tapes, just watching him just being so mesmerizing on guitar, and I was like just pretending on the orange plastic guitar. But I got my first electric guitar when I was 10, and I started taking guitar lessons when I was 13. Up until that point, I was just kind of like noodling around, even just playing with the strings like this. For 3 years, I don't know if that's all I was doing for 3 years, but I was attempting to do like other things like chords and whatever. And a combination of taking guitar lessons all through high school and being a part of jazz band, marching band, Catholic school band, choir band, all that stuff, all throughout high school. My mom and dad took me to a lot of different concerts, and I remember there was a lot of times my dad and I used to go to the Allman Brothers shows down at the Beacon Theater, the Beacon at the Beacon shows down in March, yeah. And I just always surrounded myself around music. My first guitar teacher, Casey Gorman, was a part of this band called Hubinger St, which I sat in on lead guitar every once in a while for a couple of songs. Oddly enough, I became the bass player when I was 19 or 20 years old and stayed with that until I moved up to here in Vermont. So even from a local scene, I was always surrounded by music. And I realized once I was getting towards college, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep like learning, whether it was not just playing acoustic or electric guitar. I loved playing bass guitar. I had a drum kit all throughout like high school that I would just bang in my parents' basement and just pick up on rhythm. That's kind of how it all started. I was always kind of surrounded by it locally, you know. So
nice. Well, and you've carried it on up here to a large extent. This is not your first time here at the Underground. You were here as part of the King Arthur Jr. Band about a year or so ago, and really to me, I was hugely impressed with your guitar work. Obviously, an incredible
appreciate that. Thank
virtuoso on guitar, and you had an ability in that band to help Arthur, who the band leader, kind of rise up too. And you both, there was great energy between the two of you.
Everybody in that band was so talented. Artie, Zach, Derek, everybody was so talented. And when I moved up here in 2018, Artie was actually one of the first people that took me under his wings as far as living up here in Vermont and knowing the music scene. Like him and I became like best friends like instantly. Artie, if you're listening out there, love you, brother. You might be. It's this interview is going to be on replay eventually down the road. But yeah, that was a really fun performance. And God, when the night is going so strong, when the band's on fire, the show goes by too quick, and you say to yourself, really? It's over? We're just getting warmed up. Like, what's going on?
Well, that's one of the...
We're just getting warmed up.
Right on. That's one of the things we're trying to address here for folks who are watching and who are also interested in a live performance. We have space here now at the Underground, and what we're trying to do is we're doing this live stream for the first hour and interspersing some interview segments. And then the second hour, I get out of the way and the band or the songwriter takes off. So keep that in mind if you're near us here in the Randolph area, to come on down and check it out. It is ticketed, and of course we want to support our performers, so please keep that in mind.
What if we want to keep you involved for the second set? You got to think about that eventually down the road.
Well, sure. I can juggle in addition to talk, so maybe that'll come in
juggle
handy.
Circus act.
Well, I can't do handstands, so juggling is going to have to suffice maybe. Yeah. I can write too, but I want to let you share some more of your writing tonight. And okay. So that let's talk about that. That was one of two EPs you produced here at the Underground with Vincent.
Correct. Yes.
And you had two separate projects. How did that work out?
Well, they're two separate EPs. I think both of the EPs. The next one that you guys are about to hear, Family Ties. Family Ties is a little bit more of, I would say 80% of the EP, covering 4 songs, is about just my own personal life experiences with my immediate family, my parents, and my nonverbal younger sister, special needs, Julia, who's a couple years younger than me. They still live in Connecticut, by the way. The first one, On Your Own, I would say is more of just an overall perception of day-to-day existence. Doesn't really have much to do with more so your immediate family. It's more of just the world around you and like the human beings like around you. Just like, let me put my guitar on mute in case it's like feedbacking or whatever I has to say. But you guys can all relate. I mean, between technology and how many different things we all have going on, we all get wrapped up and forget how fast like a day goes by. Like sometimes we forget to just check in with the people that are of immediate like relevance to us and just be like, hey, what's going on? A lot of the times when we reach out to someone, it's like, hey, can you do me a favor? I need this and that. As opposed to just like, hey, hope you're doing okay, just checking in on you. And again, like the first song, no need for this. We get wrapped up a lot of times what's going on with the news, social media, 24/7. There's like no turning off a lot of the times. And I wrote these songs during the pandemic mainly out of frustration because it's a little discouraging sometimes when we don't know how to tune out every once in a while. But Family Ties, the next 4 songs that you guys are going to hear, this is a different project, even though both EPs were mainly me doing most of the work along with Vincent and his other hardworking staff here at the Underground producing and recording this. These are more like personal family experiences with my mom and dad and my sister. So they're like 2 different concepts.
And named thusly, mother, father,
yes,
brother,
exactly,
sister.
yeah.
Right.
They're kind of boring. They're kind of boring names to the songs, but it's just I just
Nice. And
made it that way. Yeah.
I listened to both EPs the last couple of days, and you have a line in Sister, Sing With Me, and I didn't realize she was nonverbal. And so that lends so much more meaning to that song. That's great.
Yeah. So with Julia, my younger sister, she's very into music, like a lot of classical music and a lot of jazz music. I know my mom and dad, Pam and Steve, are checking in on social media. My biggest supporters in life, by the way, my mom and dad. I say that all the time, nice. And they always will be. I love them. And Julia as well, too. They were actually just up at Killington last week when I was playing at the Umbrella Bar for it. My dad didn't even ski. They just came up and like hung out for like 3 hours just hanging out at the Umbrella Bar. But no, my sister, even though she's nonverbal, she is able to say some words in some way. She can speak. It's just not very like fluent like a normal human being can. Yeah. What's that? What do you mean? What was the question? I'm sorry. No. Well, I don't know. She might have, like in her schooling back in the day. She might have. They were asking sign language. She might have. Yeah. But no. I mean, she remembers parts to movies. She's very into Disney movies. She remembers like lines to a lot of things. She's very musically inclined. Nice. But the thing with her nonverbalness is even though she can't fully speak the way that they do, they're smart up here, and she's beyond smart up here, very smart up here, and it's beautiful to see. If you understand that, then you can communicate with her that way.
Yeah,
you know?
And music is a great conduit for that, for sure. With your first album, couple things come up. That first song about the madness and trying to make sense of this the internet, frankly, and kind of the craziness of the information age. I just want to say your second song, Keep It Simple, plugged me into a relevant moment in the age of information. In that last night, I was watching an interview with the lead singer from Arcade Fire, and he started talking about one of his favorite writers, George Orwell, who basically he talks about the need to choose a word, choose the best word that everybody can understand. Don't overplay it. So just a little homage to, sometimes in the age of information, you find the right information, but you can't just, like you say, plug in Instagram or Facebook. Go to somebody's website. Go to direct your attention to that information that is meaningful. Right?
Yeah. The term "keep it simple" could also really apply to being a musician, also as well too. Where when it's your time to solo and to improvise, not every, and again, every audience could be different, but not everybody is looking for you to play all the chops and all the notes that you've practiced for like years. Sometimes just for example, like just keeping it simple, like B.B. King was a master at that. Just a couple notes and it makes the whole song just sing. So that could easily apply to anybody that's an improvisational musician. There's a time and a place where the drums and the bass really brings up the tempo, and then you can just like wail. But there's like, you know, a time and place for everything. A lot of the times the tunes could really call for just like the basic.
Right, I get the sense that
that's just kind of that's an out there example, but that's nice. You know, yes.
I get the sense that you definitely create the song in conjunction to the energy in the room, the audience with you perhaps, and like and or the band next to you too, right?
Yeah. Every show is different, whether it's the same venue. Or whatever. Every audience is different, and every show is different. So it's good to have kind of a certain section of songs in mind to play. But I do so many acoustic shows that I actually choose not to write set lists for acoustic shows because that's a new person that could be coming in tonight, and they could be looking for something else, like a different type of cover. Or they could be like, hey, can you do a couple originals in a row? And then I look at what's on paper, and it's like, that has nothing to do with what I was planning for the show. So I usually wing it most of the time, just see what the audience is about. And the other important thing with performing too is volume control and dynamic control with your own sound system, like what you're using for the room. Every room is different. Some room could be louder, some room could be like very quieter. It's just a matter of like going with the flow and just being flexible with where you are and what's presentable. So. There's no exact science to it, but yeah.
Well, I'll let you get right back to it.
Fantastic.
Sammy
Thank
B.
you.
That's the EP that he's about to play is Family Ties.
It's great chatting with you too, man. I appreciate it, yeah. Shout out once again to Vincent and the Undergrounds here. Yeah. So the first track is titled Mother, and this song has a little bit of a reggae vibe to it. I played in a reggae band called Fatty Roots in Connecticut as the lead guitar player for almost 10 years. And my mom is a huge reggae fan, and I was born 5 weeks premature. And when I came home after almost 2 weeks being in the ICU and coming home, she told me that the first music that I heard coming home, and of course I don't remember this because I was only 2 weeks old, but when I was coming home, Bob Marley was the first artist that I ever heard in the car in music. So she's always been a big, Mom, I know you can attest to this, I've always been a big reggae fan, so I wrote this song for you with a Fatty Roots vibe to it and everything. So this song's called Mother. And the premise behind it also, too, is without hard-working moms, where are we as human beings in this world? Seriously, without hard-working moms, where are we in this world? Nowhere. So, here's a song called Mother. Hey, mama, never let you down. Hey, mama, never let you down. She's always there for you, just in time. Trying to give you important signs. You don't let those strangers bring you down, 'cause ain't nobody got time to frown. I'm a singing, hey, mama, never let you down. Hey, mama, never let you down. So when in doubt, you can always look the other way. To send those silly feelings on off to bed. Silence can't help accomplish a task, and jealousy will be done. I'm singing, hey, mama, never let you down. Hey, mama, never let you down. Well, the feel-good feeling is fine, to know your heart is always mine. But now I've got to carry on, to make sure I can sing this song. Ooh. Well, the feel-good feeling's fine, to know your heart is always mine. So now I've got to carry on to make sure I can sing this song. So hey, mama, never let you down. 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 Cheers to all the hard-working moms out there. Yeah. Yeah. Song called Mother right there. Yes. So this next one's called Brother. I don't have a blood-related brother, but I have many friends older than me or younger than me that I consider my non-blood-related brothers, best friends. It's basically a song about having a best friend and picking him up when he's not feeling so hot. So this song is called Brother, right here. Brother, how you doing today, my friend? Brother, you deserve a day to be by yourself, away from this old mess. Brother, listen to me and tell you this. Brother, ain't nobody gonna tell you you can't do that. You got a lot to be blessed. There really is no reason to be sad, 'cause certain things in life just really ain't so bad. If you feel the need to change, just close your eyes and pray, 'cause the happiness is certainly here to stay. Brother, how you feeling tonight, my friend? Brother, you deserve an evening to yourself, away from this old stress. Brother, take a minute and please detach. Brother, it's a point to just kick back and smile. You put life to the test, 'cause there really is no reason to be sad. Certain things in life just really ain't so bad. If you feel the need to change, just close your eyes and pray, because the happiness is certainly here to stay. Yeah, well, it's certainly here to stay. really is no reason to be sad. Certain things in life just really ain't so bad. If you feel the need to change, just close your eyes and pray, because the happiness is certainly here to stay. Yeah. Thank you. Song called Brother. Yes. All right, track 3 of Family Ties. Hope you enjoyed the first 2 there. So this, of course, is dedicated to my good father, Steve Blanchette, a.k.a. on social media, Stu Blatt. The reason he's called Stu Blatt, remember cursive signatures? So his cursive signature looks like Stu Blatt. My mom called him out on that years ago. So Steve Blanchette, cursive, she looked at it and said, Steve, what's that? And he goes, what? This is what they told me. And he goes, what? He goes, the signature looks like Stu Blatt. And that became his nickname all the way up till today. So yeah, Stu Blatt. That's his alter ego on social media, yes. And in life also, too. Someone actually said one time, he goes, Sam, I got a question for you. I'm like, what? Is your father's name actually Stu? And I just cracked up. Like, I just... So my dad's a big fan of the blues, so this is a blues song that I wrote for him. And it's called Father. It actually had another name back in the day, which back in the day was probably 3 years ago. But I decided to just call it Father. I used to call it Papa's Always Got Your Back. Because like moms, good dads got your back also as well too. There ain't nothing like a good time hanging out with my dad, throwing a baseball out in the backyard and just skiing down Okemo and Killington. That's my memories, coming back up here in Vermont. So, Stu Blatt, it's for you. Love you, brother. On the album, I play the bass and electric guitar tracks also as well too. There's a lot more going on too. All right now. Yeah. Said don't look now, but you've grown up fast. Part of your life is in the past. Someway, baby, gonna get it back on track. 'Cause no matter what's wrong, Papa's always got your back. You got bills to pay, many mouths to feed, and the people you love are in so much need. Somehow, baby, gonna get back on track, yeah. 'Cause no matter the pain, Papa's always got your back. Play guitar. End of the day, you're gonna take the time, do some fun that you had in mind. Someday, baby, you're gonna get back on track. There's a spy that, Papa's always got your back. Yeah, alright. Don't look now, but you've grown up fast. Part of your life is in the past. Somewhere, baby, gonna get back on track. 'Cause no matter what's wrong, Papa's always got your back. Doesn't matter what's wrong, Papa's always got your back. I said no matter what's wrong, Papa's always got your back. Woo, yeah. Papa's always got your back. Yeah. Stu Blatt, thank you, brother, for being the best dad out there in the world. I also want to make a special shout out to my good friend who owns a restaurant down in Proctorsville, Vermont. His name is Mr. Neil Barron, who was in studio with Vincent while this whole EP was being recorded in under 5 hours, by the way. Everything was recorded in 5 hours, all 4 songs, all the tracks and everything. Obviously, the mastering took place later on, but Neil Barron told me, sing with grunge. If you guys listen to the EP, get a chance. I'm singing real grungy and really powerful, which is not something I normally do on a lot of the songs. But Neil's like, go for it. No, sing it again. Do it stronger. Come on. Feel it like you mean it. So, Neil Barron, if you're listening, this is for you, brother. That one was for you.
I think you got a lot to offer, dude.
So, as I mentioned before in chatting with Jamie and everybody, so my younger sister Julia is nonverbal, and she's been a big part of my life, been a big part of my parents' life and a lot of my friends' life, and we've been there for her ever since she was diagnosed when she was, I think, probably about 2 or 3 years old, so about 26, 27 years. But this is one of 2 songs I've written about special needs and autism awareness, mainly in her honor. And yeah, so if anybody out there has special connection with special needs and autism, you know, it's they hear what we say and what we do. They can't communicate like us, and they're disabled, but they're with us. They're a lot smarter than we all give it credit for it. So this is a special song in honor for her called Sister. Thank you. So many twists and turns and so much change. Strength and power matter as our lives rearrange. Nobody knows the sadness that lies deep inside. Good friends and families tend to help you clear your mind. And there are so many roads to follow, so many thoughts are shallow, but I got someone always right by my side. Said, sister, won't you stay with me? Sister, take a walk with me. Sister, there won't be a better day, because the good vibes are here with us and stay. So when you smile at me proudly, it makes me feel good to think that life's about love and joy. At least I think it should. We all get angry with the stress of life and forget the little things. So open up and look around at the fun life brings. And there are so many roads to follow, so many thoughts are shallow, and I got someone always right by my side. Well, sister, won't you stay with me? Sister, take a walk with me. Sister, there will be a better day, 'cause good vibes He will say, oh yeah, where the hell to stay. There are so many roads to follow and so many thoughts to shallow, but I got someone always right by my side. Well, sister, won't you stay with me? Said, sister, take a walk with me. Sister, you know there'll be a better day, 'cause the good vibes, said the good vibes I hear, said they have where those two stand. Love you, Jules. You. Family Ties. Hope you all enjoyed that there. The 4 songs there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sammy.
And if you guys listen to the EPs, they're totally different versions, what I just played right there. Well, improv-wise and everything, so.
Right on, right on. Well, they were both good. Thank you. Sammy B, Sammy Blanchette, wrapping up with Sister. All 4 songs from Family Ties and the first 3 from On Your Own. Great performance. We really appreciate you being here. This is our inaugural.
Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
2022, absolutely. Now, just real quickly, because we're running out of time, want to put a plug out there for Sammy B Music. You're playing all over Killington, Okemo area, Rutland, and elsewhere. You've got merchandise and all that.
Yeah, got merchandise right over here, as you can see here. I got a bunch of different like beer koozies, CDs, beer coasters, tie-dye T-shirts. You can go to my website and access my online store. I have an online store via my website, sammybmusic.com. And again, to anybody that doesn't listen to CDs, you can go to Spotify and all other online streaming services via my website, sammybmusic.com, to check out On Your Own and Family Ties and all that other good stuff. They can check out a bunch of YouTube videos from years past also as well too that are available online as well too. So
you also do you do a little bit of work with lead singer from Deep Banana Blackout.
Yes, Jen Durkin.
Stuff,
yeah,
right?
I had a project and we still play from time to time called Jen Zeppelin. She's the Robert Plant of the band. So a little project back home there, and a bunch of other different projects that still play from time to time, including CK3, Hubinger St, Fatty Roots, all those bands back in Connecticut from years past. A lot of videos from them are available on YouTube as well too. But yes, Jen Zeppelin was a very fun project. 5-piece Led Zeppelin band. We did kind of jam versions of Led Zeppelin songs, which is hard because there's so many parts to all the great songs that, you know, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, John Bonham all wrote. It's one of the most important, unbelievably structured bands in Led Zeppelin for many, many, many decades, and still going. Their music lives strong. So
yeah, it sure does. In fact, just in the last few days, I discovered they did a version of When the Levee Breaks that John Paul Jones plays on just very recently. Susan Tedeschi plays, and Derek Trucks, and a whole bunch of other global folks from around the world. You know, it's a climate change focused video around very, very important song.
Yeah.
So,
I was fortunate enough to see Tedeschi Trucks band front row at the Capitol Theater, March 26 recently. That was a lot of fun. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, and I actually short story on that. I've met Derek Trucks a few times in my life. The first time I actually met him was when I was 14. My parents saw him at the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun Arena. It wasn't at the arena, but it was just the Wolf Den, which was that mini stage. And at the time, it was the Derek Trucks band. He was like only 24 or 25, and I was 14. And my parents got him on the phone chatting with me. I was home getting babysat by my late grandmother, Charlotte. She passed away a few years ago. But anyways, we're just watching TV, and all of a sudden my parents call the house line, and my parents chat with me. They go, "We got someone special on the phone." And it's Derek Trucks, and I just dropped to my knees. My grandmother was like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Grandma, this is one of my freaking idols. Plays with the Allman Brothers Band." And I swear to God, I chatted with Derek Trucks for 3 minutes straight, and I know my parents said he had a huge smile on his face as he was chatting with me. And then my mom was like eventually taking the phone because he had to move on to like take autographs from other people. And he goes, "Sammy, I wish I could chat with you forever. Your mom's taking her phone back." I said, "It's all right, Derek."
Nice.
So that was my first interaction.
Right
with Derek.
on.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
gracious. Well,
Yeah, so cool.
It all sort of makes sense from the beginning to the end of influences and all that.
We hope it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
we hope it makes sense.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again, and so
problem.
appreciate your time here. And folks, check out SammyBmusic.com. Check out Sammy B. A lot of music fans know that it's so exciting to see somebody really on their way up, and this is a guy who really is on his way up. So thank you.
And a recording studio and staff that's on its way up also as well too. Come on, once again, yeah. Oh yeah.
Great, and for all you folks still online, go to Bandcamp and check out the second set. I was going to talk to Sammy B about cover songs because he's got about 200 on his website that he can play phenomenally, and you're going to hear some of that. Go to bandcamp.com.
Yeah, going to do a nice little variety.
The link is in the comments.
Nice little variety of more originals, but going to do a bunch of covers also as well too to show people what one of my usual 5 nights a week, weekly 3-hour shows at bars and restaurants are like. It's a little bit of a mix of everything. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah. Sammy B.